Hello everybody, welcome to another charting session here on the channel. Today is February 16th, 2024, and I'll be going over the action for February and for Thursday and Friday, and the trades I took. So this is here. I'm going to first go through Thursday's action. So here's where Thursday's price was at 8.45, and to go to the 4-hour, we had a pretty big rally up after swiping these equal lows, and then we tapped and we rejected off this order block, and we're sitting in this 4-hour. And going on to the 15-minute, we had swept these highs, and on the 5-minute we were heading down lower, so I figured that was a just a manipulation sweep, then to head lower. I wanted to see us go through this 4-hour fair value gap and respect it, right? And take out these London and Asia lows. So going into the morning, let's go to the 1 minute here. So I was watching price. I wasn't really looking forward to take a trade because I wanted to see it get out of this 4-hour fair value gap first. So here's what price ended up doing. We're watching it, and let's get to market open here. So right here is market open, and we sold off. And we also made a sort of power 3. We had accumulation right here, and then here's our manipulation and then distribution. And here we took out both London and Asia lows, and sort of just watching price here. We had this 15-minute for value gap down here, which we go to the 15-minute. We had this down here. Also, I forgot to mention that I drew out OTE of this entire range, and we had respected off of this golden ratio. So then I was drawing OTE of this range, and I wanted to see us go to either golden ratio or OTE, see what we respect off of. So here we were heading down, and then I also had, wait, no, that's for later. Ignore all this stuff to the right. That's all of later action that the chart replay will get to. But looking at this, sold off, and we went to this 15-minute for value gap. Then we created S&T, and we also went into discount of this range. And right here, I took a long. So the reason I took this long is because we created SMT for turtle soup entry, and I entered in right here at this fair value gap, and we got displacement higher. But then I put my stop at break even, and the reason that I did that is because I believe on ES at the time, yeah, over here, I think we had like an S&T or something. Let me look. So here was this right here. So let's see. Yeah, so we had created SMT on here, and this was the more bearish one of those. So I did take it off, and I took it off right here, just because I knew it was going to run to my stop, so I just took it off with profit. And then I took another trade because I saw that we bounced off this order block, and I felt like we wanted to go higher, just because the action was pretty bullish, right? We had respected off this, came up, came down, tapped this order block, and maybe we went to discount of the range. Let's check. Yep, we went to discount. So took my trade here, probably on a pullback or something. Let's see. No, okay, hold on, let me look at this. So this was just a really quick trade. I think I took this trade at this candle somewhere, which it's not letting me move it, as you can see, but I took it at this candle, and I might have won the trade. I think I actually did win this trade. I don't remember, but yeah, just took an entry off here, and I might have failed it though, because I probably wanted to target these highs. But yeah, so I was just watching action, and we're gonna see that there's gonna be a low put in. So here's this low that was put in, and the reason I drew out the standard deviation was because we had, okay, yeah, it's this. So the standard deviation I drew out with this leg And the reason I did that is because we had manipulated these lows, and I don't know. I don't really know if this was really a valid one to take, though. If this was a valid deviation. We swept this. Yeah, I mean, this could also be one. This would probably, wait. This would probably be a better one. But there's really no manipulation. I don't really know why I drew this out. I probably didn't mean to, but we'll just keep it here just because we actually did end up respecting this. So keep watching price. Here I wanted to try something. I don't actually think I took this position, but I was back testing, so I did paper trade this. And so there is a order block created here, maybe on like the 5 minute. Yeah, so on the 5 minute chart, we have this order block created. And I was looking to see a proportion block. So we have this order block on an uptrend move, and then we had this other order block or down close candles tapping into it. So I took the range of the bodies of this group of candles, drew 50%, and I wanted to see us go back up and close above this high. So let's see if that happens. It happened. We got a massive rally up. And I wanted to then see us retrace into this 5 minute fair value gap that's created and this breaker. And I wanted to also make sure we would not close below this 50% area. So watching price, we tapped into it and entered in long here with a paper trade. And as you can see, really quick rally. And I've noticed that if you can identify the correct propulsion blocks to use, like there's one here. We had order block, propulsion block back down. We closed back above, and we ended up going up. And they are very, I've noticed that they are extremely high probability. And they are sort of frequent. I mean, they're not really that frequent, but when you see a good one, it'll be obvious. Like here's sort of another one. You have order block here. We trade it back into the order block, and then massive sell-off down. It's sort of the same repeated thing over and over and over. So, going a little more further, let's go to this 15 minute here. And yeah, this was sort of near the end of market. So here's the overnight session. And at this time, I wanted to see us go up and tap into here, especially because of this standard deviation projection. We could have went to OTE. We had this 1 hour fair value gap, and also this breaker. So I really wanted to see us go to this level, and we did end up going there in the overnight session. And right around here is when I was looking at the market. So I noticed we were sort of rejecting it, and I put in my community, I said, I have a loose bias because we're kind of just in this area where are we going to break through, are we going to reject? And I was thinking this morning I was really wanting to see us move down and to target all of this liquidity, all down here. And the really sad thing is that I perfectly predicted this move and I took 0 trades today. So I'm going to go over that in just a bit. So here, massive sell-off, and this is the reason why for this is because we had, I think it was PMI, maybe? I don't remember. Or CPI? No, not CPI. It was like PMI or something. But at 8:30 we had that, and then we had a massive sell-off. So I'm going to talk about this trade real quick. So trading with news, we had, if we go to the, we'll go to like the 5 minute. So trading news, we had touched this area and we had a strong reject off. Okay, strong reject off it, and with that we created a 5 minute fair value gap, right? And we tapped this fair value gap a couple times, and then after that happened, we got another sell off. And at this time, I was wanting to just see what news would do, and I was really wanting to put it short. I was really wanting to put a short. Initially here, but then I had the sell-off, and right here I was so badly wanting to put in a short, but I knew price was probably gonna chop and just stop me out, go back up and stop me out, but it didn't. It only went down. You can see this wick right here. This is the only bit that it went up, and then it went down like crazy. So I'm pretty upset that I didn't take that, but it's completely fine. As you can see from this massive move, we already targeted this. And then what happened is we got a push up. So sort of bullish, but I was wanting to see us retrace, because usually after news, we're going to want to retrace. So on this 1 minute, we retraced to this 1 minute. You could take it here if you want to. You could take it whenever we tap into this 1 minute right here. But I would want to see a rejection first. So right here, we have a rejection. You got this 1 minute for value gap that was created and tapped into. You also have this proportion block, get this order block, proportion block going up into it, and massive sell-off right after the proportion block. And then we swept these lows, and I wanted to see what happens here. So here we were kind of consolidating, so I figured we were not going to move up, and just never really got an entry. I should have taken an entry off of this right here, but I was worried that it was just a sweep. We kept heading lower, and just kind of like that for quite a long time, right? We just absolutely sold off. And then right here we stopped. So looking at this, we had a order block right here, and then here's another proportion block that I was wanting to see happen. We had a bit of a buy, but then we kind of just went back down and failed it. Then we started buying ourselves back up, and right here again, I was really wanting to take a long because we had a market structure shift, but we didn't have any manipulation down here, which I would have wanted to see. So there's this for value gap that you could have taken. It would have been valid, and you could have targeted whatever you really wanted to. So going up here, we also created another order block, and I wanted to see another proportion block to take a trade off of. I kept wanting to really take a trade off proportion block. We had one here, and I missed it again. But the reason I didn't take it is because we were in discount, and I kind of thought maybe we were respecting it and going to sell off. Didn't happen though, but we had this here, and this ended up getting well, not really. But just watching action here, it was really choppy here. This was, yeah, around noon, so I was not in the market throughout the whole entire 12 o'clock hour. So this entire time I was away from it, and that's because I expected that it was going to be consolidating. So I came back at 1, and that's when we started selling off. And looking at this, let's take a look at the standard deviation, so, or the OTE. So we had tapped into discount, and it would have been nice to see us tap into this for value gap, but we didn't. So going back a little lower, let's just see how the action plays out. I remember I was watching the market, and I waited from 1:30 all the way to about 3, and I got no entries because right around here we had a, let me find where it is. I had marked a 5 minute for value gap. I think it was this one. Maybe. Yeah, so we're going to say it's this one. Probably. So here's this 5 minute for value gap I had marked out. Yeah, this is it. So what I wanted to see what happened was us to come up, and I didn't really want us to take these highs. I just wanted us to come up, make some more engineered buy side liquidity, and pull back to this 5 minute just to head us higher. But that didn't happen. We went through this 5 minute, failed to act as an inverse, got a massive sell-off down. Didn't even tap into this fair value gap. Would probably be really nice to see us go back into this breaker and tap it to take a short. But yeah, and that's where we are right now. So action was, there was not many good setups. There was, but I just didn't take them because I didn't really think they were high quality enough. Plus, I've never really taken proportion blocks, so I just need to get a little bit of practice on there. But I've noticed that they do work pretty well, right? Anytime we have a proportion block, I've noticed that they do work pretty well. So going into, well, the rest of the week, what can I expect to see? So now that I've done this charting session, I can finally delete all this. There we go. All right. So let's mark out our highs and lows. So I'm going to go on the 1 hour. Actually, I'll just go on the 4 hour. The 4 hour is usually good at determining where price is going to go. All right. So we got this buy side right here. Buy side liquidity. We have sell side right here. We also have this 4 hour underneath the sell side liquidity. Or sorry, this is daily. So if we look at the daily, actually, with respect to this daily, we've been rallying up. We're in this daily for value gap, and we had this order block right here. And looking at this, we actually also have, I want to see if this is apparent anywhere else. It is, but it didn't work that time. So here's what I'm thinking. We have this order block right here, right? And we also have this future proportion block. So we can get a candle above this high and then retrace back down into here and hold 50%. That could mean that we'll see a lot higher to go. But I'm not 100% sure just because we are at all-time highs in the market. So not really fully confident in that. But that is something we could possibly see. Yeah, actually, this actually just kind of looks wonky. Okay, so looking at this, the higher time frames lately have not been super clean. You know, we tapped this, came up, we did sweep these. We probably respected consequent encroachment of this wick right here. Let's check. No, we did not tap it, but I do know up here we tapped something. There was something on some sort of lower time frame. We tapped consequent encroachment on the upside. I think it was on ES. Maybe the 4 hour on ES, or I think it was the 1 hour. Yeah, right here. So on ES, well, is a 4 hour wick. So this 4 hour wick, we did respect consequent encroachment, and we saw a massive sell off. So I don't know. That could mean something. We may see lower. It's possible. I'm going to mark out this 4 hour fair value gap because I do want to see this get ran. And I'm going to also mark out the OTE of this range. So I want to see us reject this or respect, or not respect. I want to see us fail this. Maybe tap this order block, go back up, retrace to this 4 hour and head lower. That would be really ideal. That's most likely not going to happen though, but it would be nice. On here, we have respected this 4 hour fair value gap, so that is a good sign. And yeah, hopefully we head lower. Now, why do I keep talking about us heading lower? The reason is because the market wants to chase liquidity. So if you're looking at this, we have liquidity right here. This was just made. Okay, this was made on Monday. But we are at absolute all-time highs in the market. There's absolutely nothing up here. There's nothing for us to target, right? But look at down here. We have liquidity here, liquidity here, liquidity here, liquidity, 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 right? All of this is all liquidity. This is all liquidity, all down here. But up here, there's none. So I want to see us go through a major level. And the major level for us to start seeing lower for a while would, well, we're going to have to probably go through this right here, go through this monthly fair value gap. So it's going to take a long time to do that though, but I want to see us go through this daily. So if we go down to this low right here, I don't want us to sweep it. If we come down here, again, respect the daily, that's not going to be good. Same thing here. We have this consequent encroachment. If we sweep this, respect it, and then go back up, that won't be good. But yeah, there's so much possible outcomes. As of right now, though, for Monday, I really want us to... This is what could actually happen. This is my prediction, all right? So Usually on Monday we have a Judas swing. So let's say this is what happens. We have, and the market's closed right now. Oh wait, Monday's a holiday, I think. Wait, let me check that real quick. Monday might be a holiday. Yeah, Monday is a bank holiday, so we won't be trading on Monday. Tuesday though, so the market's going to be closed until, well, Sunday we won't care about, but Tuesday we have CPI in the morning at 8:30. That's it. But what I'd expect to see is for on ES us to possibly retrace to this 4 hour, and or maybe not even retrace to the 4 hour. It would be really nice for, actually this is what I would like to see, us come back up and reach probably this for value gap and this breaker. This would be ideal. So in the overnight session or on Sunday, I want us to come up to, not this, no, it's not an order block, hold on, breaker block, yes, breaker block. I want us to come up to this breaker block, and that will be Sunday's action, maybe, or come up to this order block or just this fair value gap. And then I want to see on Monday, or I guess Monday, there's no Judas swing. So what I really want to see is us come up to here and us break through this fair value gap and come back and retest it and then head lower after there. So we don't have Judas swing on this next week because there's going to be no Monday, which may make the week a little weird, but I think it should be fine. And then looking at this side, we really don't have any bullish PD arrays. We have this bearish that got respected. These bears got disrespected though, but I don't know. We'll see what happens by the time Monday comes around. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this charting session, and I will see you all in the next one.